Ever felt like you've tried everything but still haven't reached your health and wellness goals? Imagine a life where every goal you set is within reach. In this New Year, New You episode, we're going to explore 16 powerful strategies to turn your New Year goals into lasting transformations. Join me in discovering the untapped potential within you to make this your most sparkling year. Are you ready? Welcome to the Sparkling Life Coach Podcast. Hey there, Sparkling One. You're tuned in to the Sparkling Life Coach Podcast, where we dive into all things health, wellness, and the incredible world of essential oils. I'm Dee Diaz, your host, and I'm thrilled to be here with you on this journey towards a sparkling year. We're rounding out into the last week in January, and many people might already have begun to feel themselves slipping from the goals they set at the beginning of the year, right? Statistics show that about 80% of people fail to follow through on their New Year's resolutions by February. It's kind of like if you wanted to climb Mount Everest, you wouldn't reach the summit of Mount Everest in a day. It's a journey of planned out small steps. Resolutions actually become a source of stress, just more things you need to do. And who needs more stress in their life? I know I sure don't. Another reason why resolutions don't work is because fear of failure causes you to keep your resolutions a secret, which means you don't have a support system. That happens to a lot of us, doesn't it? Okay, so even if you feel like you've tried everything and haven't achieved your desired outcome, stay tuned, my friend, because I believe you deserve to experience life to its fullest. And I'm going to give you 16 strategies that if you put them into practice, you'll find your life filled with untapped potential where you achieve all your goals and dreams. And these strategies are going to help you stay committed to your vision. All right, so let's set the stage for our transformation. What's that one thing, you're desperate to achieve this year? And by it, I mean, what goals are you trying to achieve? Is it losing weight? Is it finding financial freedom? Is it spending more time with loved ones? Let's define those goals. Answer this question. How badly do you want it? That goal that you're reaching for. How badly do you want it? And then answer these questions. What will you be able to do that you're unable to do now? How will this feel? Now, keep those questions in mind as we go through this. What I want you to realize is that you don't need to do everything I share in order to succeed, but rather I want you to find the strategies that work for you and then focus all your effort in this area. The key is that you achieve your desired outcome. So whether you follow some of my ideas verbatim or you adapt these strategies to make them your own, or you can create your own path for success. I just want you to begin living your ideal life. My final thought before we dig into the 16 strategies to make this your most sparkling year yet is the following. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. And by that, I mean that I'm sure you've tried many things in the past, and some of them worked, while others led to disappointment. Regardless of which path you took that brought you to this very moment, I want to ask you to be open to writing a new chapter that starts today and begin with a completely open mind. When we were children, we'd dream without limitations. We'd experience everything life has to offer and execute without fear, right? So let's take up that childlike mentality again. Let's go full throttle into this year with the goal of making it the most sparkling time of your life. Let's begin with strategy 1. Start with why. The first and most important strategy whenever you're about to make a change is to dig into the emotion that's motivating you in the first place. So I'm going to ask you some questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, then go get a notepad and start writing down these questions for later meditation. If you're listening to this while you're driving or exercising or whatever, no worries. Just ponder on these questions for now. See if you can come up with an answer. Okay, so why is this change vital to you? Your why is what'll keep you going whenever everything inside says to quit. Your why is the reason you'll get out of bed in the morning with momentum. Your why is what will guarantee that your goal becomes real if you never lose sight of it. Your why is your story. So if your goal is to lose weight this year, your why might be something to do with experiencing life as an overweight child and how you were made fun of. Or if your goal is to create financial freedom this year, your why might be something to do with growing up in poverty. Or if your goal is to quit your 9-to-5 job, your why might be because you missed precious milestones in your child's life because you were at work. Now, these are just examples to initiate the thought process. So now it's up to you. Why is your goal insanely important to you? Once you gain access to your story, write it down, record an audio or video, draw a picture, do something so that you never forget your ultimate motivation to transform. You're going to need this later. Okay, strategy number 2 is the power of support. And it has to do with surrounding yourself with like-minded supportive people. In my Sparkling Life team, we're all about giving back and creating freedom and thriving in health. Trust me, having a committed support system can definitely be your secret weapon. It's my competitive advantage because when someone's having a bad day or we get distracted, we know we always have someone on the team to help us get back on track. So now, who's on your dream team? Think of individuals who embody values that you hold near and dear to your heart. Values such as follow through. They have a success mindset. They're healthy. They're driven. They're accessible. They're loyal. They're goal-oriented. You get the idea. These folks will be your accountability partners, cheering you on every step of the way. And if you'd like, we're happy to be that support for you. And I hope you'll stay tuned to join us for some upcoming coaching opportunities with our tribe. Strategy number 3 is clarity and goal setting. It's all about defining your ideal outcome and getting crystal clear on those goals. Whether it's weight loss, financial freedom, or a career shift, break it down. How much, when, why? Specificity is going to be your superpower. For example, if weight loss is your goal, how much weight and when do you want to lose it by? What will you be able to do once you lose the weight? How will you sustain this change? And how will you know when you achieve this goal? These questions should be answered before committing to any goal because your outcome is what you're striving to achieve. We're working towards a destination together, right? So I want to make sure that you know exactly where you're traveling. Strategy number 4, create an anchor, anchoring your goals. Isn't it true that sometimes doubts creep in, right? Since we're all human beings and the possibility of getting distracted, discouraged, or downright frustrated is probably an inevitable outcome on our journey. We need a way to reconnect to our why so that our actions don't come to a screeching halt. What we need is an anchor, something that will catch us and remind us of the magnitude and sheer importance of accomplishing our desired outcome. That's the why we talked about. We need anchors, visual cues, or habits to remind us why these goals matter. Some people like to create a visual representation of their goal and post it throughout the home, the office, the car, or as a screensaver on their computers so that it's always in front of their face. Many people call these vision boards. Others like to be a little bit more discreet and make it part of their daily meditation or prayer. Others like to wear a bracelet, listen to a song, or read a specific quote. Whatever works for you is perfect as long as it reminds you of why accomplishing your desired outcome is vital. So, what's going to be your personal anchor? Strategy number 5, creating an empowering environment. Your surroundings really matter. One of the most overlooked areas that tend to hold people back from actualizing their goals is their environment or the lack thereof. For example, if your goal is to lose weight and your environment is filled with junk food, then the chances for success is minimal at best. So environment matters in a really big way. And the key is to make your environment work for you and make the entire journey even easier. So what could you do? Well, perhaps leave personal development books on the kitchen table. Make sure to fill your refrigerator with healthy food choices. Unplug the television in your living room so you can give your children undivided attention. Leave empowering audios in your car so you can enjoy them in traffic. Or, shameless plug, listen to empowering podcasts like this one. You can bring your lunch to work each day. Or diffuse doTERRA essential oils daily. We're going to talk more about that in a little bit. Put a journal next to your bed and use it. Accomplishing your goals is not an easy feat. So make sure to make your environment a place that will increase the likelihood of success. Craft an environment that nurtures your goal. From healthy foods to inspiring reads, every detail counts. So what's going to be your first action to make your environment work for you? I hope you'll share it with us in the comments or on the Facebook group. Strategy number 6 is about public declaration and accountability. This is where the courage test comes in. Share your goals publicly. I know, this is scary, but trust me, it's a game changer. It's one thing to write down your goals on a piece of paper and then hide them in your desk drawer, but it's an entirely different experience when you publicly announce what you'll achieve. This is often the most overwhelming and fear-filled strategy that people will face because sharing your goals means that if you fall short, other people will know. But it works. I've seen people creating their ideal life simply because they didn't want people to recognize their failure. And I say, hey, whatever works, right? So go on social media, call your friends, record a video, post it on YouTube, compose a mass email. You get the idea, but let the world know what you will achieve on your quest to making this year the most sparkling year. I know this is going to make you squirm, but all growth occurs outside of your comfort zone. And I'm going to tell you a secret. It really works. I've been thinking about doing this podcast for years, and I kept putting it off. But this year, I decided to declare it out loud. And here we are, taking imperfectly perfect action. It really does work. So post on social media, tell your friends, and claim your goal. Strategy number 7 is about SMART goals and consistent action. One of the most widely known and effective ways to set goals is by using the acronym SMART. SMART stands for goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and trackable. I talked about this a little bit on episode 1, but it bears repeating. Many studies have been conducted comparing the difference between those who accomplish their desired outcome and those who fall short. The goal has to be specific or significant. This means that your goals include systems for achievement. You have specific actions that can be carried out that work toward your larger goal. Measurable. This means that the changes you see once the goal is reached are noticeable. You're going to feel different in the best way possible. Attainable means that the goal is both realistic and tangible. There are benefits to aiming high, but you don't want to aim so high that you become disappointed and discouraged from making any changes at all if you can't reach the goal you set. And then relevant or rewarding. This means that there's a real need for your goal. If you've been unsatisfied with a certain area of your life for some time and you have a strong motivation for change. And then trackable. This is similar to measurable, but it means that you can assess your progress throughout the process. Are you sticking to the schedule? Are you losing weight gradually? Are you getting along better with your loved one? That sort of thing. You want to be sure that you're able to track it. The secret sauce is consistent action. So, what's your immediate action step? I hope you'll share it with us in the comments or on the Facebook group. Okay, strategy number 8 is start now. The best time to start the process of goal accomplishment was yesterday. And the second best time is right now. Many people spend more time thinking about their goals. Yep, that was me. Versus taking action that make desired outcomes real. Tony Robbins said it best. He said, the path to success is to take massive and determined action. Your daily priority should be to take one action step daily towards achieving your desired outcome. Just one. These steps don't have to be perfect. These steps might mean that you're going to stumble your way through, but a step is a step, and it's moving you in the direction of your most sparkling year. I always recommend that you should write down your daily action step the evening before so that when you wake up, you know exactly what your execution plan is for that day. Consistency always wins, so your daily execution plan might be the same thing every day. And as long as you continue to follow through, you're going to get to your desired outcome. And trust me, this is so worth it. So what's one immediate action step you're going to take? Strategy 9 is tracking progress and celebrating wins. Now, most people start the year strong, as we mentioned. They begin to see progress, but then forget to track how far they've traveled. And then they reach a point when all of a sudden they doubt their ability. And since they have no objective data on their progress, they feel like nothing has changed and they give up. Has this ever happened to you? Okay, so I challenge you right now to track your progress daily. This means if your goal is to lose weight, track everything that you did this day that will contribute to this goal. This means that if your goal is to make more money, track everything you did this day that will contribute to this goal. This means that if your goal is to spend more time with your kids, track everything you did this day that will contribute to this goal. The results matter. 100% they do. But your actions are equally as important. So track, and celebrate. Your end result is a sparkling year, which is the beginning of a sparkling life. Each victory along the way has to be celebrated because you earned it. Even if your version of celebrating is looking in the mirror and smiling at yourself for 5 minutes straight, you just need to acknowledge your progress. Come on, pat yourself on the back. So I want to hear from you in the comments or on the Facebook group. Post, I commit to celebrating if you plan on following through with this strategy. Tracking your progress is vital. It's not just about results, but acknowledging every step toward your goal. So celebrate those victories, big or small. Commit to celebrating every win. Strategy 10 is about turning your goals into habits. Imagine your most dreaded task becoming your favorite activity because it's now a habit. You will know that you hit your tipping point when all of a sudden your goals change into daily habits. This is when literally nothing can stop you. Establishing habits is going to take time, but this should be part of your goal. The habit of eating healthy, the habit of exercising regularly, the habit of spending time with your kids, the habit of making money, of reading books, of socializing with quality people. The best part about habits are that they become 100% enjoyable. So if you hate broccoli or running on a treadmill, you're going to yearn for both of these activities once being healthy becomes a habit. It's kind of like brushing your teeth, right? That's not something you even have to think about anymore. It's just something you do automatically. And this might sound crazy right now, but I promise you that this will be your experience once you reach the point of turning your goals into habits. Strategy number 11 is all about 100% commitment and overcoming setbacks. I truly believe in action over perfection. But I've also seen that 100% is easier than 90%. I'll give you a super basic example. It's easier to eat healthy 100% of the time than 90% of the time. It's easier to exercise every day than 3 days a week. It's easier to play with your kids each night than only 2 nights each week. When it comes to scheduling, creating habits, and follow through, predictability is key. You need a predictable schedule. You need a predictable routine. You need to take predictable action every day. Yes, you can take a day off here and there if you truly desire. This often turns into a week, a month, and then the goal never materializes, which is why I know it's intense, but 100% is easier than 90%. But if you do fall off track, just get started again. Don't beat yourself up. Don't punish yourself. And don't give up. Absolutely not. That's not allowed. The people that I know who've achieved the highest levels of success nearly always had their breakthrough after a breakdown. So if you fall off track, don't give up. Just start again. And I so believe in you. I can't wait to see what you create for yourself this year. 100% commitment is easier than 90%. Predictability is key. And remember, if you stumble, get back up. Breakdowns often precede breakthroughs. Strategy number 12 is single plan, no compromise. In other words, throw away plan B. I know the strategy is going to sound counterintuitive, but I'm going to share a quote from Will Smith with you that I really appreciate. He said, "There's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A." So follow me here. You're setting an intention to make this year the most sparkling yet, which will then begin the process of creating a sparkling life filled with vitality and success. This is your plan A, right? So what could plan B even consist of? A mediocre life? A life filled with compromises? A life of limitations? If your goal is an epic, sparkling life, then that should be your only plan. Don't give yourself permission to settle for anything less than you desire. Because when you start to have this conversation with yourself, you're always going to be defeated. The easy way out might look easy, but it's filled with a lifetime of regret. And I know having only one plan is scary, but it's also a way to guarantee your success because there's no alternate route, just one path to your most sparkling year. So that was a power tip. No plan B, only your plan A, your sparkling life. Don't settle. Your dreams deserve your unwavering focus. Strategy 13 is about picking a passion and pursuing it relentlessly. One extremely obvious strategy that's often overlooked is the importance of attaching your passions to your goals. This is similar to habit stacking. Let me give you a few examples of this. If your goal is to exercise more and your passion is dancing, combine the two and start dancing as your means of exercise. If your goal is to spend more time with your children and your passion is playing basketball, then combine the two and start playing basketball with your children. If your goal is to eat healthier and your passion is baking, then bake gluten-free cakes with organic ingredients and coconut sugar. Now, these are just examples, but my point is that you don't have to give up the things that you love in order to make this year the most epic yet. It's the exact opposite. You should only perform activities that bring you wild joy. So what are you passionate about? Strategy 14, recognize the little voice inside. What happens when your little voice of doubt creeps into your head and begins to try its best to sabotage your success? I want you to know that this is a guaranteed occurrence. We are all human beings, and our self-limiting beliefs will eventually try to get in the way of our own success. But remember, you know your why. You have an anchor that will get you back on track. There's no plan B. You've built a committed group of supporters, and you're crystal clear on your outcome. So my recommendation when the little voice enters your mind is to laugh, ignore, and move on. In other words, talk to the ant. Nothing can stop you at this point because your sparkling life is within reach. And any self-limiting beliefs are just chapters of your previous book, not the one you're authoring right now. I know it's not easy to ignore these sounds. And if you're faced with that little voice that begins to get too loud to manage, just reach out to your accountability tribe for encouragement. We've been down this road before, and I still go down this road every so often. And the best way to combat that little voice is by talking louder about a life filled with limitless possibilities. Strategy number 15 is about the importance of mindset mastery and manifesting your dreams. Be afraid. It's okay. You can be afraid, but then do it anyway. So, okay, you're about to do something pretty big in your life, and being afraid is extremely normal. But continue on. The true strength of an individual is when they face their fear. Because what is fear anyway? False evidence appearing real. So keep on keeping on. Your life matters way too much. And as you step into this new realm where anything is possible, it'll leave you in an uncertain state because you've probably never been here before. So I'll reiterate my last piece of advice. Tap into your why, connect with your supporters, recite your ideal outcome, use your anchor, and you have no plan B. Just keep on taking action. I promise that taking action while still being afraid isn't going to hurt you. Instead, it's going to make you far stronger, both physically and emotionally. And I can't wait for you to be afraid, because this is when I know you're growing. No one has ever changed their life in the safe harbor of the known. Your mind is a magnet and it attracts what you dwell upon. So think big, believe big, act big. And last but not least, strategy 16 is a personal favorite of mine. Use doTERRA essential oils to ground and anchor you. If you recall on episode 2, we covered the basics of essential oils and mentioned the power they have to adjust our thinking and moods, right? Well, this is where you can really see their power in action. An absolute must on your quest to making this the most sparkling year yet is diffusing doTERRA essential oils. Diffusing essential oils not only makes your home or your space smell nice, but they can also provide other health benefits as well as helping to reset and master your mindset. For example, I have a few of my favorite recipes that will help make this year sparkle. These blends include the Success Mindset Blend. This blend includes the Breathe Respiratory Blend, Wild Orange Essential Oil, and Lime Essential Oil. Then there's the Lead with Power Blend. That one contains cinnamon bark, patchouli, rosemary, sandalwood, and ylang-ylang essential oil. Our Become Epic blend has wild orange, balanced grounding blend essential oil, and cedarwood essential oil. Our Build Momentum blend includes wintergreen, juniper berry, Siberian fir, cinnamon bark, and cypress essential oil. And last but not least, our Nothing Can Stop You blend. That one includes Siberian fir, peppermint essential oil, rosemary, and lemon essential oil. So which diffuser blend are you going to try first? If you don't have one or more of these oils, no worries. I'm going to leave the link to all of them with the essential oil supplier I choose to partner with because of their pursuit of purity. And if you use my affiliate link, you'll unlock 25% off on all products you order from them for a year. In addition, I'm also going to leave you a link for my free 54-page success journal that will give you the tools and guidance you need to empower and support you on your goal-getting journey so that you're on your way to achieving your goals in the next 4 weeks. And bonus, the recipes for those New Year, New You blends will be in that journal. That's my gift to you for being on this journey with us. I truly believe that you deserve everything that you create in your life. And my hope and desire is that you recognize that greatness is yours as long as you don't give up. Never settle. Expect that you will achieve your desired outcome. And don't forget that Team Sparkling Life is here for you. We love connecting with people who are ready to make a change and who are also committed to seeing this come to fruition. Our goal is to make this year the most special, successful, and sparkling yet, and accomplishing this as a team will create even more joy. Remember, it's action time. Take one step toward your goal right after this podcast. You got this. The sparkle doesn't end here. Keep the wellness conversation going by joining our Facebook community. Share your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes. Your life should sparkle. It should be exhilarating, energized, and filled with that effervescent sizzle that propels you through a brilliant, vivacious life. And we can increase the sparkle through integrated nutrition, health and wellness coaching, and essential oils. Until next time, sparkle on, and don't forget to sprinkle a little sparkle everywhere you go. Ciao.